Good evening, everyone. I'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, April 27, 2023, 6 p.m. I'd like to ask Pastor Jeremy Winningham from the Pentecostals of East Ridge to come forward, provide our invocation, and then lead us in our pledge, if everyone will stand. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Here. Councilmember Cagle.
Here.
Councilmember Tyler.
Here.
Councilmember Witt.
Here.
City Manager Miller.
Here.
City Attorney Litchford.
Here.
All right. The next item is our consent agenda. I assume that'll be the approval of the minutes for April 13th, 2023 council meeting and the approval of the March 2023 financial report. I assume everyone's had an opportunity to review those, and I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Yeah, a motion to approve by Vice Mayor Haynes and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion, corrections? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Yes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. We'll move to the next item, which is communications from citizens. This is an opportunity for any resident or citizen to come forward and address the council with any questions, concerns, or accolades. And everyone will have 5 minutes. See if we have anybody signed in. I think we did. Thank you, sir. Gary Reeves. Yes, sir. If you want to come forward. If you don't mind stating your name and your address for the record. And is that mic on? Because it didn't seem like it was earlier. There we go.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Gary Reeves, 5424 Marion Avenue, East Ridge. I've got a question about, I guess it'd fall under code and also complaint. The neighborhood is going downhill, and I know certain things are out of control. Some neighbors don't have the money to maybe keep their place up as well as others. But I'm curious about business operating in the residential area. Just 3 or 4 houses up from me on the opposite side, there's a business, tree service. They've got a vacant lot where y'all come in and tore down a house several years ago, and they're using it to store their trucks. They're dumping wood chips, debris they bring in from off a job. And, they're hardworking people, I understand that, but, here again, it's just bringing down the neighborhood eyesore. And I'm just curious about, what's the code allowing business to operate like that? And then also next door to that lot, it's rental property. For almost 2 months now, they've had a bunch of debris, furniture, old furniture and stuff sitting out in front of the house. I've called at least 3 times. My wife's called 2, maybe 3 times. Every time I call to complain about it, they act like they don't know anything about it, whoever I talk to. Are they not taking some kind of notes, record of calls that come in? And then they say, well, that's up to the owner of the house. Well, I mean, is it, the owner not being enforced to get rid of the debris? It's like I say, it's been there about 2 months now. Nothing's being done.
Do you have any, is that the two things, or do you have?
That's
other-
it.
Okay.
What street is this?
Marion Avenue.
You said one is next to you and one's across the street?
They're both across the street from
Okay.
it, but about 3 or 4 houses up, or one's a vacant lot where they're parking their trucks. There's also a school bus that parks there on the side of the road. All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, no one else has actually signed in, but we'll offer an opportunity to anybody in the audience that would like to come forward. Now is your opportunity to address the council. I see no one else. So we'll move into communications from council members. Start on this side. Councilmember Tyler.
Nothing at this time.
Councilmember Witt.
I just want to thank Hannah. I had the opportunity to go to the defense class, the self-defense class the other day. I might be lethal now, so y'all might not want to mess with me. Thank you, Hannah.
Okay. Guess it's a good thing I got city manager between you and me, huh? Okay. So that's Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
I have nothing now.
All right. A couple things I want to mention. Eastridge High School Music and Art Development is hosted by Eastridge Creative Arts and Local Coffee for an evening of art and music. It's going to be Saturday the 29th, which is this Saturday from 6 to 7:30, 4104 Ringgold Road. Our library, this is the weekend we've been talking about it. So the 29th from 11 to 1 will be the 50th anniversary, 50 years of them serving our community. It'll be a carnival type event with petting zoo, hot dogs, snow cones, games. It'll be a great event. No registration required, so I hope to see everyone there. Parks and Rec. The Parks and Rec night for baseball and softball will be on the 28th, so that is tomorrow. Softball teams will be participating in a softball night at the Lookouts on June the 13th. Kids Pro is this Saturday, the 29th at 9 to 12. It is a kids and pro football clinic celebrating 13 years in the Chattanooga area. And there'll be UTC coaches, and it'll be teaching kids football, skills and coordination, and life lessons building character. So it'll be kids from 7 to 13, and it's free. Eastridge Community Center Game Time program has launched. The program is free. It's for all ages, and it's a lot of fun. Board games, card games, puzzles, and they hope to see you there. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 2:30. Red Wolves is this Saturday night. It's Eastridge Parks and Rec night, the 29th. The game's at 7:30. Gates open at 6. A portion of the ticket sales go back into the Eastridge teams. Yes. Registration for 13 to 15-year-old baseball players is all the way through May 1st. Season will run to May 23rd, June 22nd, and the ending season tournament, June 16th to the 29th. Have to talk about the Bacon Festival. I love bacon. It's going to be in Camp Jordan, May the 6th and 7th from 10 to 5, and Sunday 10 to 4. Over 150 vendors, food trucks, inflatables, petting zoo, rides. It's free admission. I also have to talk about the new one that I noticed that y'all posted is a 2023 Mother's Day Tea Party at the Community Center. Sunday, May the 14th from 10 to 3. The event is limited availability. Correct me if I get anything wrong. Reservations are required. Admission is free. They do ask for a canned food donation. It's for all ages, celebrating wonderful moms in our life. More information, contact Hannah at hspear@eastridgetn.gov or 423-486-2034. And then I have to mention that we had a great time with this last year. Thrillville Fair is going to be in Camp Jordan Park again from May the 11th to the 21st. Monday through Fridays, 5 to around 10-ish. Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 11. And that was a great event. We had fun there last year. I think that's it. I believe you've got some information about 7524 Phase 2 and the bridge closures, and that's it for me. So I'll hand it to City Manager.
Thank you. I've got three public improvement projects to cover, kind of give you an update on them. First, I'll do the I-75, I-24 Phase 2 project. Of course, a lot of them said, what does that entail? This one goes back to late 2022. Wright Construction Company out of Charleston, Tennessee is the general contractor. This will be a $161 million project. The improvements span 4.8 miles between the Split and Germantown Road interchange. I-24 between Germantown and Spring Creek will be widened from 3 to 4 lanes. Both the Moore Road and the McBrien Road bridges will be entirely replaced. Moore Road Bridge is scheduled right now to be started demolish in June, 2 months from now. Actually, probably a month and a half. After Moore Road is done, then they'll move over to McBrien. Sidewalks and bike lanes will be constructed on both Moore and McBrien bridges. Noise walls will be installed on both sides of I-24, which would abut up against any residential area. Construction activity, as what we understand, is going to be a 24/7 operation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They want to get this thing done. Contract is for 994 days. They were supposedly to start work on this past March. However, in talking with TDOT, they're trying to refine the design and the demolition plan for the replacement of the bridges. So stay tuned. There'll be more to come on this project in the weeks ahead.
And if I may add to that, that's a total bridge outage, like it was for Belvoir.
It'll be similar to Belvoir. They'll be raising the bridge.
So
Yes.
they'll know it won't be staged. You won't be able to go on partial of it while they're working on one. It's complete demo. Bridge will be gone until it's completely replaced.
Unless they do the German style, and I don't believe that's the way they're going to go.
Unless
I
they've
think
changed it, they are not, yeah.
They're not, no.
I got a question. The buffer wall, how far are they gonna go up 24, and where are they gonna start?
That, I don't have the plans in front of me. I don't know exactly where they're going to put it. I don't predominantly be going on the north side of I-24. I'm not sure on the south side how far they're gonna go.
You know, the reason why I was asking, because we had some complaints when they was working up there at Germantown, because they didn't put a buffer up there. And I
Right.
was just wondering if they were gonna come from there all the way to the ridge cut with it.
If I remember correctly, they were going to start halfway down from the ridge to Germantown, somewhere halfway between the top of the ridge and when you got halfway down to Germantown, is my understanding, but we can confirm that.
Yeah,
That's where he was going to start, and then it was going to go almost to McBrien.
Yeah, it would be to McBrien, yes.
Yeah.
That's where the last houses would be.
I was just remembering the complaints we had before because of the noise.
But we can confirm that.
The second one I wanted to give is on Ringgold Road, our multimodal project. We had a progress meeting today. Work on the south side of Ringgold Road is complete except for patching around the catch basins on the eastbound lane and also putting the finishing touches on the pedestrian crosswalk pedestrian crosswalk signals. Tally needs to shut down the alley between Ridge Lone and Domino's on the north side. That is just immediately west of Marlboro and Ringgold Road. They'll be putting a storm drain installation starting next Tuesday, May 2nd, for 8 days. Tally is working right now between Jackson Cemetery installing storm drainage. You see all that construction going on. And Chattanooga Gas is working their way from Weldon to Cemetery and the relocation of their 8-inch line. That gives you a briefing on Ringgold Road. And lastly, I'll talk about TDEC. City of East Ridge received a grant governmental grant in the amount of $2.5 million. That will be matched with $500,000 from Hamilton County, a total of $3 million. This is going to be a pass-through. This money will come in, and we'll hand it over to the WWTA. Well, not hand it over, we will actually be processing their payments as a pass-through between the federal government and the WWTA, but they'll be doing work within the city of East Ridge in the western part of the community in regard to infiltration into our storm drainage system. Not the storm drain system, the sanitary sewer system. So that is a continuing, I think this is the second grant that we've received in the past several years.
That is correct. I believe we had one last year. And to add to that, this grant is earmarked for, as the city manager mentioned, for utility work. And I'll mention again, we do not have utilities in our city. We don't have water. We don't have any type of utility. WTA handles our sewer, wastewater. We did receive a grant, I believe it was last year or year before, around $3 million. We passed that through to them, earmarking it that work had to be completed in East Ridge. We will do the same on this one. What I can say about that is I know that there is questions about the WWTA bill. They are by decree, federal decree, mandated to upgrade the system. In doing that, they're spending a lot of money, which is causing rates to be increased. It's out of our control, out of our hand. But I think if we're passing through $3 to $5 million, we're at least limiting and reducing the amount of bond money they have to go out and borrow, which continues forcing the rates to go higher. So I believe this is helping trying to curb some of the rate increases, even though we're still seeing some due to what they're mandated to do by the federal government.
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, we'll move into old business. Item A is ordinance number 1184.
An ordinance to the City Council of the City of East Ridge, Tennessee, to amend the zoning regulations and the zoning map of the city so as to rezone the property located at 1505 Prater Road, tax map number 169K-N-005.01 from C2 Commercial District and R1 Residential District to RZ1 Zero Lot Line Residential District. Second and final reading.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Howell.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As we discussed during the last council meeting, this is a single lot which has a dual zone function on it. If council approves tonight, we'd rezone it to RZ1, creating, and the owner would then create two single-family dwellings on there, two single-family lots at approximately 8,000 square feet with 81 feet of road frontage, which would put it well above the minimum requirements of the RZ1. Planning Commission did approve this request.
Thank you, sir. I'll entertain a motion for ordinance number 1184.
Motion to approve ordinance number 1184.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Whitt. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes,
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Ordinance number 1184 passed second and final reading. We'll move to new business. Item A, resolution number 3383.
A resolution of the city, East Ridge City Council to waive the fee for use of the community center by naming Chattanooga for their monthly support group meetings.
Ms. Goss.
Hello, Mayor and Council. NAMI of Chattanooga, a 501c3 organization, has requested the use of the East Ridge Community Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every third Tuesday to host their monthly meeting. Cheryl Williams, a representative from NAMI Chattanooga, is seeking the city to waive the fees associated with renting the community center. Total revenues normally, if we did rent out the room, would be $40 a month. The purpose of the club is to improve the lives of those impacted by mental illness, their families, and the communities through mutual support, education, advocacy, and awareness. Staff does recommend waiving the fees in support of this event, or this club, excuse me.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3383.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 3383.
Second.
A motion to approve by Vice Mayor Haynes and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3383 passed. We'll move to item B, resolution number 3384.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council authorizing the city to enter into an agreement with Easy Ice and Water LLC for installation of an ice water machine at Camp Jordan.
Ms. Goss.
Yes, Mayor and Council. I was approached about a year ago, and that's how long we've been working on this project. So the East Ridge Parks and Rec Department is looking for council's approval to enter into a vending machine agreement with Easy Ice and Water LLC. This will allow easy access to on-site ice machine to help supply event organizers and patrons with packaged bulk ice and filtered jugs of water without ever leaving the park. The vending machine will be located over by our RV pavilion over on Site 1. So if you turn into the park, it's the second entrance of the RV pavilion. And Site 1 and 2 we've had dismantled for a while. And we do have water and electric, so that's where it would be located. The vendor will install the machine, the concrete pad, and the necessary, I'm having today, safety accessories at their cost. The vendor shall be responsible for all repairs, service, maintenance to the machine. The vendor shall pay the city of East Ridge the sum equal to 22% of gross sales or revenues from the operation of the machine at the facility after the calculation is required for acceptable sales taxes. Attached is a copy of the contract that Attorney Litchford and Easy Ice came to an agreement on. And I do have the owner of the machine here tonight if you guys do have any questions. So,
Thank you, ma'am. I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3384. Or do you have
I do
something,
have
sir?
a question. Other than providing ice, will this also have a spigot or so where you can get cold water out of it?
It will dispense, per gallon of filtered clean water.
Okay,
it wouldn't be like a water machine.
But it
or
would be-
anything.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3384.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3384.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion? I have a question.
Yes.
Will it be pellet ice? I'm sorry, I had to ask.
That's a good question. It won't, just because in a cooler, that melts too fast. So it'll be like
I didn't understand. We all like pellet ice, but I had to ask, so I had to ask.
I've been asked that already.
Have you?
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes, even though it didn't have pellet ice. All right, thank you. We'll go to item C, resolution number 3385.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving bids for replacement of a portion of the roof on the City Hall complex.
So you, Mr.
Yes, that'd
Miller?
be myself, yes. We went out for bids for replacement of the roof above City Hall complex, specifically the portion of the roof over us right now and the court. We're talking about 4,560 square feet. We received 5 bids, the low one being from JDH Company at $44,487. I should note, just for your information, that that was the company that originally put the original roof on this building here in 2002. So it lasted 21 years, 22 years. So it's my recommendation to award the bid to JDH Company as the lowest responsible bidder.
Thank you, sir. I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3385.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3385.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Haynes. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Hope we have the same results, 20-plus years.
Well, the, part of the bid is the fact that they will provide a 20-year warranty.
Oh, there you
So
go.
we had that coming.
Good.
So we're good for another 20 years for our next generation.
Yes. All right, we'll move to item D, resolution number 3386.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council requesting that Hamilton County convey their interest in certain properties located on Wellworth Avenue and Wentworth Avenue to the city of East Ridge.
Sure.
Okay, yes. During a recent property sale of properties being sold on the Hamilton County's courtroom steps, they had a bid off on March 28th. It was discovered that 4 properties on that list were jointly owned by both Hamilton County and the city of East Ridge. 2 of those properties, both Wentworth and Wellworth. Wentworth is in the 5900 block. It's 6,250 square feet. And the other one on Wellworth is 1 acre. That's in the 5900 block of Wellworth. They both had houses or structures on them back in 2012. We received dollars under the Community Development Block Grant Program. Under FEMA regulations, due to the continuous flooding, and the structures were removed because of that, thereby mandating that these 2 properties would remain as green space for in perpetuity. They can never be built on again. Since these properties must be maintained as green space, cannot be developed, the county wants to know if the city of East Ridge would be interested in having them conveyed to the city for our future use. Could be a pocket park, community garden, anything along that line, provided that they never be built on. So that covenant would be on that parcel of property. I would recommend to the East Ridge Council that we accept the conveyance of these 2 properties to the city of East Ridge. They're in our city, we'll be maintaining them to some degree. So we might as well have it in our name, get it out of the county's name.
Thank you, sir. All right, I entertain a motion for resolution number 3386.
Motion to approve resolution number 3386.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Vice Mayor Haynes and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes, Councilmember Cagle,
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler,
Yes.
Councilmember Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution 3386 passed. We'll move to item E, resolution number 3387.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving the obligation of funds from the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 to the Animal Shelter Project and the Ringo Road Multimodal North Macksmith Road Drainage Project.
Sir?
Yes,
Miller?
sir. Thank you, Mayor. Our Finance Director, Diane Qualls, informed me the other day of an alert from the Government Finance Officers Association, GFOA, that the ARPA, which is the American Rescue Plan dollars that cities in the United States have received over the past several years, and specifically, the House leadership is trying to rescind the unobligated ARPA funds. We received 2 rounds. The first round was somewhere in the vicinity of $3.1, $3.2 million. We allocated those dollars for the multimodal Ringo Road stormwater drainage project. So whenever our bills come in, Finance Director goes through them, itemizes what was spent on drainage, and we pay from this fund. There's about $1.5 million left, and believe me, the rate we're going right now, we'll be spending a good portion of that because we do have some conflicts out there on the north side for drainage that are going to be in need of additional funding. The second round of funding that we received in the amount of about $3.1 million, that has not been obligated. What I want to do is get it obligated to some degree through a resolution so that if Congress decides they want to collect all the ARPA funds that cities have not spent or that cities have not obligated over the years, that we will not be a casualty in that moment. Also, our finance director needs to file her annual report on April 30th, and I think it would be prudent on the city's part to be able to list several of our projects. So several of them that we're recommending that city council consider would be the animal shelter and the Ringgold Road multimodal drainage, and also the North Mac Smith Road drainage. North Mac Smith Road will have some drainage as part of the project parameters. That would be my recommendation, or staff's recommendation.
Thank you, sir. I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3387.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 3387.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Vice Mayor Haynes. Do we have any discussion?
That first round of the 3.1, some of that was some of that, the remainder going to be appropriated for the animal shelter already?
No, no.
Different, that was a different.
We were going to take that money, portion of that money from the $10 million bond issue.
Bond.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the clarification.
Any other questions? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3387 passed. All right, that's the last item on the agenda. The next item is the discussion of the tentative agenda for May 11th, 2023 council meeting. First item is the Employee Milestone Awards for April 2023, and we have one. Awesome. That is a recognition of employee milestones for service to our city. So that is very appreciated, and it's a way to show that back to our employees. Under old business, we will have none. Under new business, we have an unnumbered ordinance for the budget amendment. First reading. Walls?
Yes, sir. I had planned on having it at this meeting, but we were so busy getting the budget done, I just pushed it off to the next one.
And the content of that, can you brief us on
It's
that?
gonna be where y'all have approved the garbage, the new sanitation truck,
Okay.
the fire engine,
Fire
and then I'm
engine.
also gonna look at going ahead and doing like the year end,
Okay. Yeah.
anticipating what I think it will be, and go ahead and do that, so we don't have to do any more.
Awesome. Questions, council? All right. The next one is an unnumbered resolution, purchase of 5 in-car cameras for the police department. Chief Usleton?
Mayor and Council, we received 9 cars that we ordered back last July, recently. We had in stock enough cameras to do 4 of those. We have 5 remaining. We're trying to do a different thing here. This will actually be for 5 in-car cameras, but it also includes the cloud service, which is very expensive. For 5 years, it's all bundled together, comes out to $51,000. To let you know, a little over $51,000. If you don't bundle it together, it comes out to a little over $60,000 over the 5-year. So it comes out a little cheaper to bundle it on a 5-year plan.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Any questions, council? See none. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is the presentation of the fiscal year 2023 and 2024 budget.
I'll have a presentation to give to you as I've done before. I can say right off the bat, there's no tax increase, balanced, and it maintains our current level of services.
Thank you,
That's all
sir.
I'm going to say right now. I'll save the rest till the 11th.
Any questions, council? See none. All right. Any other business?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't get this quote back until the other day, once this had gone out. I will have an item on the agenda for sealing the area, the parking lots around the community center and City Hall. We did this back in 2017. We sealed it and then striped it. We need to look at sealing it again in certain areas so that we don't lose portions of the parking lot. It preserves it for another 5 years or so. So this, I think the bid's gonna be probably right around the $10,000 limit, so I need to bring it before the city council.
And excuse me, but I missed, did you say here around City Hall and the community center?
Yes.
Okay.
The parking lot areas, now the parking lot area over by McBride School and over by the water park, that will not be sealed because that needs resurfaced. And I'm gonna wait until such time as we make some kind of determination on what we wanna do with McBride School, because whatever happens there, they're just gonna tear that
Right.
that area up around there, so I don't want to resurface that or do any work on that. I will say that in the upcoming budget for capital for fiscal year 23-24, we do have an allocation in there regarding resurfacing some of our parking lots, sealing some, and resurfacing others, especially out at the arena, Camp Jordan area. We have over 1 million square feet of parking lot, and it needs attention, like our roads. If we get it to the point where we've got to take it all up and put it down, it's going to be very costly. So we're going to start a program other than resurfacing. I've got a good chunk of change in there for resurfacing for next year.
Good.
I will say it's a lot more than this year, but I
Better.
also put some money aside to start resurfacing our parking lots and maybe do that over a 5-year period, because we're not going to do it all at once. That would be it.
Okay.
I got something, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Here, a couple of weekends ago, my wife and my great-grandkids were over at this park, and she was sitting on a bench out there with some more senior ladies, and it was real hot that day. So one of the ladies, she mentioned, says, "Don't we have a water fountain out here in this park?" And so Donna come home and mentioned it to me, and I thought we did. I thought we had one up here on the bathroom, between the boys' bathroom and the girls' bathroom. But then we drove back up here, and I didn't see a water fountain inside the park or over at the bathroom either. So I would like to ask and request that we have 1 or 2 water fountains put over here for that reason.
We have one for the dogs, don't we?
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say we have the splash pad, but that's a reach. Exactly.
Splash pad stays locked, too. Okay, thank you.
Good observation. Anything else, council? Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for coming tonight. This meeting is adjourned.